new faces. So this is kind of like that merging of the old guard with the new people who kind of coming in after the game. Got that good online. So I love that clash.
The good online. I'm glad you mentioned that. I booted up the game recently, and I almost forgot how good we have it now.
Yeah, but we're gonna see how good Lazy has it with looking for those Slayer counter hits. Good old Axel.
Yeah, this is winner semis. Two very strong competitors. Lazy, I'm always surprised at like how far he's come from when I first played him.
Right. Yeah, Lazy's one of those people who've been like on the game really heavy, even during the COVID years and everything. So it's kind of showing out. We got daymendou, like the big Slayer from the West Coast, who's kind of doing big damage.
And not just been on the game, but he's a very purposeful player.
Right.
When he's on the game, he will actually, get out of matches and go lab something useful instead of doing a combo that you should never be doing.
And it's paying off now. You see that like kind of signature style of Lazy where it's very patient, like was ready for that. Like if most Axels probably would have swung into that.
Yeah. Yeah, just being very patient.
Good old Axel DP. He don't got that no more.
I like that that last ditch jump in from daymendou.
All right,
I got no health. I may as well try something.
You do. All right, well, we got that corner pressure going. Good idea out of the corner, which is pretty huge for Lazy.
That was a very scary jump because daymendou literally put himself at exactly the spot where you should go to defend that corner. In Guilty Gear, you do not want to be right up on your opponent to defend that corner. You want to be a little bit farther back because we have so many air options. We have that we have jump, double jump, air dash, high jump, air dash, and with Slayer he has the air dash, the dynamic kick.
Well, we got there the Sparrow Hawk stance. Just trying to defend and just kind of keep the clock going. Just getting out of danger. That's Lazy's MO. Yeah, got that the RC that rinsing over was real bad news.
Do not fuck with that. That Slayer JH. He's
having to burn the meter to keep safe. Got the wire.
Double helter sculpture. I think the first one hit him. Oh, behind the back. No block on the burst.
Hell yeah, you can see the tension rising with both players as the moments keep rising because neither one can find like the clear conclusion.
Yeah, not a lot of like really clean hits because they both are trying to keep each other off the good foot.
All right, yeah, this is a really strong start from daymendou. We got Axel in the corner.
American reset.
You had to take that burst there.
Yeah, I think he was either going to he might have got dizzy there because of the counter hit in the air.
Right.
Slayer with a lot of meter, very scary.
It's just Lazy had to burn through a lot of resources just to stay safe. The meter game was behind, but we're catching up. Ooh, Blitz is one of the strongest counters to Axel, in case you know how it worked, but that was a really good counter that Lazy had in the pocket. Good burst bait, and that's the end.
Yeah, there's nothing else you could do there. But yeah, the Blitz, daymendou specifically went for that forward tech Blitz because normally Axel is looking to air reset you with the 5P.
Right over the wrist into a clean combo. We're in the corner now.
Chasing down that backdash.
Now you see daymendou kind of alluding to what you were saying earlier, holding that space and making sure that Lazy doesn't just jump out of the corner, but a 6H clears him out.
Getting through those rinsings with those well-timed backdashes and now the well-timed 2H. I don't think you can burst this one. I might not have even been worth it anyway.
Yeah, it's like the round's pretty much over. Can you fight back and win that much health with Axel versus Slayer? That's a hard read, a hard call.
Yeah, it's just the first round. He already won the first game, so may as well just take that one on the chin.
All right, yeah, we got that rhythm going, that tempo going.
Ooh! I always appreciate a good, well-timed dandy, but it's hard to. He might be dead.
That might be it.
He's looking for the burst there with that under pressure.
Yeah, shout out to Lazy to just kind of stay in the course and not panicking, because that could have been the end of the game right there.
Do we look for burst or we just do the combo?
Yeah, there we go. Half the burst this time. The round's on the line. Ooh.
Stomped on it.
At the 5H there, the guy that baited it out pretty hard. We 1-1 now. Yeah, these round starts have been heavily defining how these match flows going. It's either daymendou gets that big hit at the start, or Lazy's able to establish that rhythm and then keep the game much slower.
And the meta is evolving very quickly. Every single round, it's like they've already played rock, paper, scissors a few times, like where we can't see.
Right.
Okay. Helter Skelter just hit in front, and he's going to no burst. He's got meter as well. daymendou doing a little bit better at keeping the pressure on Lazy in the corner. I guess he figures, okay, well, I've let him out of the corner a few times. I need to just like change up my spacing on there.
Right. I think that's pretty much heavily what that YRC was for. Just like sit down, clean out your inputs, don't move. Nice use of the dashes.
The Slayer backdash in Xrd is so good. A lot of times you will end up blocking overheads, and people will say nice block, but really you was trying to backdash. That's my favorite part of playing Slayer.
All right, big counter hit jump in from daymendou. Goes, clears the. Uh-oh, it's going so fast.
That Renson doing a lot of work catching those backdashes.
And those are very brave Rensons, like with Slayer in that position. But like again, Lazy is staying the course, not being afraid to use his options.
I was just about to point out the Renson being risky, and that's exactly why, because you don't know when he's going to do the forward dash. Lazy. Georgia, I mean, we're in Georgia right now. We're the ones with the max mode. Shout out to Data FGC, shout out to Marco, shout out to Data Kraken, Kara, Big Bates, everybody on staff who's made this possible. It's a lot of work.
It is, and I'm so grateful for it. And it has that old school energy I love so much. All right, so we got Solstice, another person who's like been kind of killing the scene, and a lot of people tell me it's like, you know, they've been reinventing and sharpening Ramlethal in ways that the old players really didn't.
Yeah, that's one thing I like to see. I know Milia's had a lot of advancements since this is no longer like the main game,
right?
And so is Ramlethal. Ramlethal, of course, just like she's so open-ended. It feels like to me.
Career character, and I guess we're finally seeing what happens when you actually play the career mode on Ramlethal. All right, got that green Daro.
Tried to slide under that Dolphin. The Dolphin saved her.
This is an interesting dynamic because I don't see Ramlethal much. So you got like May who's setting the Dolphins that dares you to move, and you also have Ramlethal setting the swords daring you to move. So it's going to probably be like some of those Mexican standoffs where they're like, who fires first?
Yeah, or whoever finds that spacing first, the timing to start their domain first.
And they both pretty much nuke you in the corner. Yeah, had to go for that, but it didn't work out.
Yeah. Also, I mean, that's burst safe, but there's a larger combo that would just like remain burst safe for a long period of time through the overhead kiss.
Sweeping the screen with those ace buttons, finds a successful hit, and we got KTP back into the corner. This is where Ramlethal lives. Probably the best corner killer in the game. And a beautiful counter hit for him.
Yeah, had all year to get that confirmed on the way down. The Guts Killer. And we got another one. OTG!
Oh, man. That's so if you're not aware, the gut system kind of defends you from taking too much damage as your health gets low, but when hits have so many singular hits in a move, it basically bypasses it entirely almost.
Yeah, there's only so much you can subtract from each hit, so if there's a lot of them, it doesn't really matter that you're getting a percentage decrease.
Right. All right, KTP running some back and forth over top of Solstice's head.
Trying to defend that corner.
Yeah, Fireball gave KTP a good opportunity to get out of there.
Double Dolphin into low.
The pressure doesn't stop in single RC.
Good defense. He only takes a little bit of damage, and he bursts there. I guess it is the third round. You have to do or die. Oh, big Daro.
What we got? Classic corner carry.
Yeah.
Reset the sword. And even when Ramlethal's out of meter. Yep. Here we go.
Just guard.
Yeah, just kind of slowing the game down, but KTP said, nah, I'm speeding it up.
These throws going miles from me.
Yeah, nice escape out of the corner, and this is a big opportunity for Solstice to turn this all around. Gets the overhead during the super. Classic Ramlethal mix.
Late air dash, and I really like that as soon as he got that control of the neutral, I need to spin this meter. I don't want to go down with No H. Oh, and she's not going to get the burst.
Yeah, if it came out wrong, but it was over anyway.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Solstice.
He got the meter just in time for the burst that just came up to not work.
Yep.
That is the downside of having so many hits to your combos. You build your opponent's burst a little bit faster.
That is true.
But for Melanthal, she's going to use that meter in a way that makes her burst safe.
That is true. Yep. Got the air grab. Gonna go ahead and get the cross up to switch positions. Yeah, KTP opts to kind of back up, probably because there's no dolphin pressure on the screen to reinforce that corner.
Yeah, yeah. It's better to just hold that corner rather than get counter hit out of your own offense.
All right, and Senga, RC. Of course.
Okay, I thought KTP was spinning that meter to make sure he's gonna get the good splash and get the double dolphin, but no, he was going for the kill. Yep. He saw what I could. I think in weeks, he thinks in centuries.
I like that. All right, set up the dolphin, got caught low. A big chunk of health. Yeah, those sweeping jump H's are doing a lot for Solstice.
Yeah, this is like, interestingly, one of the few characters that feel comfortable anti-airing Mei because of the huge sword. And KTP has to adjust to like actually being able to be anti-aired. This might be kill because he has 50 more.
Yeah, this is like you're going to have to sit on top of this. Had 100 Barda, I guess, the FD, but he's still going to have the Ramlethal mix. Since they jump ass earlier, but yeah.
Ooh, good air to air. Another one. Oh, dropped it, and he's paying for it? Or maybe not?
Yeah, weird side switch probably threw KTP off there. Overhead kiss.
Wants to go for the burst safe version, but
yeah, got the dolphin to cover, so even if you whip the command grab, everything's still good.
Solstice has had enough of these kisses. It's holding up. Oh, ooh. Big burst.
Yep, got full bar. Yep,
we've got burst on our side, but it's just too high.
And it's going to build a super for the next go around.
Yeah, I don't. Is this going to be enough to? Ooh,
had just enough. He grinds like all.
He grinds every single game, every game.
Very information dense kind of person. Here we go.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
All right, start things off with that far S, but too far in for the 6H go.
The P's all the way down.
What could possibly go wrong with soul jumping? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, the patience. Oh, no. No combo?
That was probably a very ill-timed seal set there. Oh, that he don't want to get hit by Fafnir like that.
A lot of spaghetti here.
Yeah, but
dropped combos, dropped opportunities, even like very normal hits that you're staply supposed to look for.
Right.
And dropped combo out of that, like the counter hit gunflame, no combo.
The Fafnir.
The Fafnir, no combo. Oh my God! You gotta get this one.
That's like the soul players, like you know, Dream. I got the counter hit 6H and round start.
Yep.
2P into the wild growth.
He goes for the burst safe route.
Bafojig stays the course, uses the blitz to stay out of the charge stud edge.
Yeah, I really like that single blitz into low crush.
Zipping out of the corner, almost greed severed into his doom.
Fafnir safe on plus on whiff, not just on block, but also plus on whiff.
Yeah, you have to IP to put it in negative frames, but it's still a kind of a mix-up because he has such fast buttons to come after it. All right, sending that gunflame just to kind of protect and keep Bafojig from kind of running back in.
Will winning on that resource war and just going to flaunt his money.
That's a big thing that people don't really think about how much the resources are. Because, like, think about Kai. Kai's set play, his damage extensions heavily rely on having meter. So, like, if he uses it, for example, to do to make his move safe, so to do stun edge YRC, he's also giving up his firepower.
Some characters, like identity, is partially based around how much meter they build.
Right. But you definitely got to spend it wisely. All right, going to get a whole head for the early burst, just so I can have it in round 2, no matter what happens. Ooh, check into the gunplay.
Looking for the burst. Wants to throw it on stream. Okay, yeah, that's
definitely where you wanted to use that.
Yeah, whenever someone like shows that they want to throw your burst, you need to find a place to burst. They stop doing it.
Oh, beautiful blitz. Go ahead and get some knockdown from the DP. All right, bafojig just slowing it down just a little bit. Just defends the
good run up.
Died with a full bar. Can't take it with you.
Yeah, you really can't. The full bar really sucks, especially since he's Kai. He has the classic usage of YRC.
Yeah, he's a scary character to get hit by if he's fully stocked.
Tries to defend his corner. Ooh.
I think bafojig got clipped jumping there and paid pretty dearly. But again, the combos are not consistent out there. So bafojig has those opportunities to keep playing.
Ooh. Not a burst throw, but a burst block, and it might be the round, especially if you tech off this. Yeah, he was looking for the tech and the throw.
Virus instead edge. Still got 50 bar to do something with. I think that was a 2H. So ordinarily that would be the good. So we got AppalloFreed. Oh yeah, AppalloFreed. Yeah. That is and Cole. I think Cole's from Tennessee, or no, from Oregon. From Oregon.
Okay.
Someone was telling me about them earlier. But yeah, AppalloFreed and Jam. They been coming out throughout the years here and there. I forgot about them. I'm sorry, Apollo. But yeah, Jam player came out to Gwinnett Brawl and stuff. So yeah, they are pretty good. All right, he's setting that QB. We're doing stingers, baiting the burst at the very beginning, and that's not something you want to happen versus Venom.
Yeah, you gotta find your way in eventually against this character.
All right, just going ahead and press the issue. Doesn't want Venom to ever feel comfortable, which is how you have to approach this character. All right, yeah, it's gonna just defend the stinger. Good ID over the full balls.
Okay. Get something started from the.
Ooh, yeah. Luckily, Cole didn't capitalize too hard.
Now that we have a card, yeah. You gotta do your best mix. No hard knockdown. Venom, okay, so one thing I know about Jam combos versus Venom is not only does Venom have a weird hitbox at certain points, but also he doesn't fall normal. So you have to practice your Jam. If you wanna do the grown man Jam combos,
right?
You actually have to practice the Venom specific ones.
Yeah, I think Jam as a character is pretty defined how much character the specific stuff he has, but she gets a lot of mileage out of most of it too. Yeah, just using that stinger as cover just to get to the other side of the screen. Classic Venom strategy. Yeah, Cole just kind of jumping in the air trying to snipe down at Apollo from pressing in too hard.
2 ball set. Running up. Yeah, keeping it burst safe, does not want to give AppalloFreed any chances. But then even after you burst, you still have to deal with this full screen.
Right.
Again.
Having the YRC just to keep things safe there. Venom 2D uses the ball for teleport. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, and then now you have another full screen exit.
It's just really funny. You see Jam just kind of chasing Venom really hard, and then Venom's like, I'm just going to run to the other side of the screen. I'm just going to teleport to the other side of the screen. So you have to be really definitive in how you chase him down and just be ready for the teleport.
And he dies his meter as well. Though I'm not sure what Jam really wants to use meter for in this matchup as far as dealing with the neutral.
Right.
Normally he just has to find his way in. I being the balls in air, so you can get your air actions back as an option.
Yeah, tried to get a card going, but saw Cole come in from the skies and decided to bail out. Using the ball to cover yourself, that was so clever, and it worked out well.
A lot of stutter steps to avoid those ball summons and not just get. He parried and backdashed, and it still caught him. Okay.
There we go.
Good defense.
Tried to come over the top rope because since Cole's been using that FD a lot, so trying to mix up that approach. Oh, big counter hit. That's not what AppalloFreed wanted there. Sometimes you just got to present that throw.
Yeah.
I finally got that card.
Yeah, didn't go for the Apple Cinch show. Oh, that had to be something else.
Yeah, that's the big thing about Venom. When he does his block range, QB, Stinger, Carcass Raid, they all have like different outcomes. So you just have to be willing to spread your options. This is very easy to just run into stuff during his block string. But you also don't want to block and just give him prime advantage on
Could be huge.
Yep.
Could be huge. And
it's like I'm not taking that. It's a counter hit.
Apollo is defaulted down to just like basic gem combos, making sure to get those knockdowns. The card and getting that next opportunity is more important than anything.
Pivotal.
The best combo is the one you finish.
You're right. That pivotal air grab continues this terrible situation for Cole. This stuff from Apollo. Have a little battle with the peanut gallery there.
Cole versus the world.
Yep, nice throw. Seeing that hesitation in Cole, just like AppalloFreed is like,
knockdown here.
Here we go. Just kind of casually dash that jam.
The 6P works out, but no big combo.
Stinger RC.
BB.
A wall, pretty much. Yeah, didn't get tricked by the cancel. Ooh, got a counter hit.
And the burst to stop her from getting the card is so huge because he absolutely needs it.
Right, there you go. Big opportunity here for Apollo. Woo. Goes out to the dead angle.
Momentum is the name of the game.
Ooh.
Oh, big late hit on the Ryujin. Still got 50 bar.
There you go. That double head morbid is not safe. That was a beautiful Ryujin kick on that teleport. It was like you saw that like in the last game.
He said, I see your balls.
6H into the corner. This is exactly where AppalloFreed was going to be. No Carcass Raid, no Stingers, no anything. This is the grab. You're going to take a trip to the other corner.
They both have that delayed air action, a delayed air approach.
All right, just manages to sneak in the card.
Ugh.
All right. Yeah, using that FD, it's been pretty like pivotal for Cole to like keep AppalloFreed kind of honest about the pressure.
That throw working wonders for him.
Ooh, Cole saw it that time. I thought Cole was gonna hit the ball on the way. Good stuff.
That's it for this round for sure.
Getting a lot of use out of that 6H from Jam.
Yeah, you need the 6H. The 6H is sort of like buying him the time and the space so that he can do the dashes and either go for the big puff and get under. It goes under some of the horizontal balls, the stingers.
Right, yep. Got a good knockdown.
Well, 6P does not work.
Yeah, Cole holding up.
Even though it felt like a good timing.
Call out on the blitz, the ball to keep Venom safe, to keep this game plan going. Nah, no cards. Go ahead and earn it the hard way.
Wednesday, yeah, we're looking for like the jump cancel into dive kick. Tried to find him in the air. No throw for you. I'm too high.
Yeah, it feels like Cole is really testing Apollo's offense for catching fuzzy jumps.
Now, what's the play on the burst? Probably no burst for Apollo here because he won the first round, goes on to the third, and that's a big health bar to try to hero burst against.
I like how Cole just caught AppalloFreed just going under the stinger, just had that punish. Yeah.
The delayed run in.
Woo, I don't even know if either player was ready for that interaction, but Cole got the better of it. 6H. Yeah, you alluded earlier about those installing air actions, so it's really hard to keep them in the corner because you got to guess what they're going to do when they jump out.
And then even when you guess correctly on the dives, for both of them, it looks like both of them have lost on guessing correctly on the dive kick.
Right.
Tries to go for air, overhead. Cole ready to jump back.
Get that jump dust.
AppalloFreed still has the burst. Oh, no IB air throw. Ryujin stocked.
Yep.
The neutral is ready.
yeah. Cole's definitely gonna have to like watch how hard they're committing in the middle of the screen. Yeah.
Ooh!
Oh,
Danger
no!
time! JH! There it is!
No!
The care! Oh! No critical hit!
Yep, that's...
Oh! Tragic! You need that defense! Oh!
no!
A card came out!
AppalloFreed doing
no
the
burst
DP of
at
a
the
lifetime. That would have been tragic if AppalloFreed lost after that big Mortal counter, excuse me. All right, here we go.
I like that Lazy's such an esports commentator. He's fixing his mic on the setup that he's about to play at.
It's just natural behavior. We're hanging up. All right, here we go. Starting out with a double jump. Nobody home on the 2S. There it is that time. Yeah, I like that Lazy opted just to get out of the way. Didn't want to even deal with tech buttons.
Yeah. I mean, because this is his optimal spacing anyway, right? He doesn't really need that momentum. He can just keep that corner, keep the pressure.
All right, catches take, moving with that Rinsen, but we got the big hit. What we got?
On the other hand,
oh yeah, we gonna put that Sparrowhawk back in our pocket.
Ooh, big run up 6P.
Yeah, no conversion now. But that was a really good call out on one of the common actual strategies, the backdash jump S, I believe.
That's like one thing that Tekken and Guilty Gear have in common is the outplay to the outplay looks very silly on level 1. It's like, why did he run that long?
Oh, we got the counter hit 6H, so big opportunity for the tank here. There's no burst on the table. We can just go ham. All right, meaty gun flame. Catches at a 2D. One of actually the best tools, actually. Just laying on that rinse and pressure, using that RC just to clear the board, slow things down so we can get a little closer. And there's that, or blitzes again. That's something you should commonly see versus Axel.
Keep the Axel guessing on his primary game plan.
Right.
The air reset.
Right,
okay,
good.
nice 2S.
Yeah, that's a beautiful trade. Get awareness from Lazy. Yeah, you had to use that up hook to keep him safe there. Yep. Tries to use that fadeaway button again and gets clipped by Fafnir. I think he missed the IED there.
Tank doing a really good job at being in that middle ground where no matter where he tries to get out of the corner, no matter how he tries, he's still going to be in range of that far S.
Makes the DP and was looking for the burst.
Yeah, trying to keep it burst safe.
2S, get the anti-air, get the combo. Yeah, go ahead and burst. Both of these players got around. Yeah, once Axel actually gets the freedom full screen, that's really hard to deal with for most characters.
He said, "Are you not entertained?"
Good close out by Lazy as he works the crowd like a WWE heel.
Yeah, Lazy the heel.
All right, yeah, not trying to get counter hit by Fafnir anymore, trying to avoid the gun flame. One golden rule about Guilty Gear, if you got to be wrong, just try not to give him a counter hit.
Okay.
All right, that was an awkward situation, but the tank was ready.
Or if you might be right, you want to be really right.
You want to be really right. You're right. Gun flame to kind of keep the situation going, but Rinse and RC.
And Soul not really able to use his a lot of neutral tools that he would normally use. Oh, that's when you know.
That's when you know.
We got to reach deep into the bag.
Yeah, that's layer 5 right there. The Lazy was ready for it. That's one of those things that every soul's going to probably try at least once. Oh, dive kick over the rinse and high follow-up.
Okay, this is his chance. Oh! Doesn't convert, doesn't whiff punish with the gun flame.
I was looking for, like, yeah, to try to challenge the tech buttons. Good, but good stuff from the tank there, but nothing going. 6H out of the corner, trying to push tank in.
I feel like a lot of Lazy's adjustments in a lot of situations where there's the blitz, there's the air tech blitz, and the different ways of trying to escape the corner. Lazy's solution is, okay, I'm just not going to not play that game and see your option. I don't have to do an option.
Right.
Another Mortal Kombat. Oh!
Yeah, that trade probably saved Lazy there. That goes in for the dive kick. And the 2H. Yep. So sometimes, the thing with Axel, sometimes you got to hold a bunch in case he follows up. You may not get the hit, but you can get closer to him. But good stuff from Lazy, clearing that out. Like you said, it was like a pretty big adjustment. Like, I could just, delay my moves, change my.
Those are big whiffs that Jam can just run straight through after you've whiffed them. And then now you're at range 0. Now you have to worry about a lot of things.
Yeah. So, like, May doesn't have, like, the traditional reversal and everything. So Jam has, like, all the options to kind of swarm her. So here we go. We started off with the 5K. So there must be something that KTP has in mind with that. Yeah, we're seeing it a lot.
Oh, my bad. I was talking about Jam. Not Jam, but
Ram, I was
talking about Ram.
When you said the swords, I was like, we gonna keep going.
I mean the Dolphins.
Yeah, for sure. All right, what's it gonna be?
It's a big hit.
Yeah.
Looking for burst, possibly?
Yeah, I think Apollo seems like pretty content to just sit on burst and just fight it out.
Yeah. Especially once you've already taken a huge hit, there's no, it's hard. It's hard to decide to burst there.
Right.
Especially when KTP is showing that he's looking for it in so many instances. In his pressure, in his combos.
All right, get a big throw. That's a great opportunity for AppalloFreed to really start here.
Looking for the air tag on the way down.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, big 6P.
Go ahead, just set up the Dolphin and get the card in exchange. And it pays off big time. Yeah. Yeah, all of Apollo's opponents have been very clued in on the stopping Jam with FD.
Not only stopping Jam with FD, but also avoiding the 6P, baiting it out. Apollo does a lot of times where he has to air reset because maybe he doesn't have the card yet.
Right.
So you can't just approach the 6P. You have to do something where maybe you land near her and then you get to whiff punish the 6P after that. Yeah. Or go for something that's a low profile.
Yeah, maybe
stopping
that's
the 6H.
That's what the 5K is for, is the 6H check, which is a pretty big button to check. All right, puffball.
Ooh, big hit.
Yeah, that's the kind of examples I was kind of mentioning earlier, like Jam's moving around. Sometimes you just got to run into one of those big buttons. Going to take us a little bit of Apollo's burst before we went out of the round.
And it's for May, it's like a sweet spot too, where each of these buttons is huge. May has low health, low guts.
Josh with a parry. It kind of awkwardly works out there. The overhead.
It's a simple combo. Keeping it simple. Wants to squeeze out as much damage before the burst could possibly come out. I don't think KTP is looking for the burst in this round.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like players get hyper focused on stopping the burst without without really assessing if it matters.
Right.
And sometimes even if the opponent does burst when they have no health, that's still beneficial to you.
That's a win. Yeah. The full screen neutral. Right in straight through. And he's still got 100 meter.
Yeah, any hit right here can put AppalloFreed in a terrible position. But burst is almost on the table.
He could die with the right hit.
Yeah. We got the burst back though. Yeah. Go ahead and use it before anything bad happens. Get back to neutral.
KTP really holding on to all this meter.
Oh, a beautiful air throw.
For more than 20 seconds. He could have built 50 more in the meantime. I think that the dream of getting the good hit.
Yeah, I feel like Apollo got like some big opportunities to use that bar, but was, like you said, kind of looking for like the perfect hit, and maybe it might cost him.
Okay. Now he's spinning that meter on the neutral. It's working out.
Are we going to see the burst from Apollo here?
It is the third round.
Yep.
Oh, but it was a gold burst. He's fine. He was fine. There was another opportunity.
There was, but KTP was smart to set up the Dolphins. So like, you're going to have Ramathal versus Slayer. I imagine these two have been meeting on the road, right? Because I know Solstice has been getting a lot of top 8s traveling from event to event.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Nice, like air to air by Slayer.
Just, you can see it, like, even though it's aggressive, it's still slow and measured play from daymendou. It's really impressive.
Yeah, I think Slayers get a bad rep.
Right.
They think that we just want to, do They think that we just want to do. They think we just want to do Mappa. We want to just like do whatever moves, backdash, sway, everything. But like the thing is like you have to be patient to play Slayer well.
Right, because you see like these small gaps where daymendou will put like a little pause or a wait. Good opportunity for Solstice. Ruined by the burst though, but we're still in there. Trying to check the sword set, but it was still in recovery.
Yeah, he just got out of range of it.
Wow, good jab check there.
Block the Tekken string.
Was expecting some more follow-up pressure and kind of just whiffed that. Giving Solstice enough time to kind of restart the corner pressure.
Looking for the throw, the forward dash 6H.
All right. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of miles out of that side dust.
I was just going to say, Solstice has that meter. He might just die for this guts check.
Yeah, I think daymendou was trying to fuzzy jump and may have mistimed it and then got hit by the super instead. 6-speech class, but Solstice was ready.
Looking to end the round immediately.
That Slayers get a bad rep.
Okay, that one's true. We do only want one thing.
All right, ooh, gets daymendou with the low, back in the corner.
What's the resources looking like? Solstice still with burst, more meter. It's probably going to be the round on this hit. For sure.
Yep.
Gonna have the time to build another one, but it's not gonna matter either.
Yeah. And it's like even if Solstice get hit there, like you said, it's full burst. So it's like, I lost my momentum, boom, you're back in the corner. That's a good position to be in. So good stuff for Solstice putting on the board.
Ooh. And now that blocking position that Slayer's in so often against this in this matchup.
Yeah, I think
in
he
this
did
set.
good. Yeah. Oh, yep, got the sword set. No corner there, but maybe get the other corner. Not quite. Oh, beautiful observation to take down the sword set, but the burst baited.
We really get all the way to here.
Those target combos.
It's the Tekken combos.
Got the dead angle just to get out of there. But we're
Another
going right
one.
back in.
Yeah, another one.
And the swords are already set, so we don't got to do even more any of the preliminary work anymore.
Back to your home.
daymendou does live there now. Those little long, extended blaze blue light combos.
Yeah, Tekken combos get longer and longer every patch.
One of the newer moves that Ramathal got like towards the end of the patches there.
Oh, the air special
Yeah.
move?
Ooh, good check on the sword in Ramathal.
There was whiffs in that combo.
Catches Solstice standing up, presumably for some kind of jump. All right. Ooh.
I wonder what the 6K or the 5K was for.
I'm not sure. Ooh,
Oh.
yeah, very keen awareness for the 6-speed.
Has to burst early on the 3rd round. And out in the corner. Don't get hit here. Nice counter hit on the escape.
This is like a very hot contest just to get someone in the corner. We ain't even got to the mix-up yet. We try to decide who's going to be in the corner.
Oh, it's been decided.
Yeah, we finally got a winner.
Where'd he go? He's behind you.
Even I missed that one. We're right back into the other corner, so we ain't done yet.
He's got burst again. Use it to get out of the corner. Oh!
Nah, we can use it to get out of that game.
He's bouncing like it's a Hokuto no Ken.
Oh, man. Okay.
Another way to try to end the round immediately.
It almost worked, too, but the trade saved Solstice from the worst, but still, a good follow from daymendou to get the corner some damage.
And we end up here again.
It had to burst. Doesn't want to be dying in the corner anymore. Green Daro, juggle.
That's so unfortunate. The sweep being out of range to really connect there. And it's earned daymendou a trip back home. Another attempted dash into throw.
Nah, I think so, yeah. And it looks like Solstice is kind of keyed on that daymendou is very aggressive about challenging that. It's just kind of like let the sword student work without putting Ramafal herself in danger.
Yeah. Also staying off the ground, staying away, and letting, like you said, letting the sword do the work.
Oh, okay. Neutral dust. Yep, using that purple RC to recover, get the air grab. Now we got a combo into the corner. What we got? Back dash is the low.
A big hit. A big hit.
Yeah.
Oh, but not a big combo.
Yeah.
The first pile bunker was just a little late.
All right. Yeah, daymendou let go of that FD, unfortunately, a little too early. And now it's paying the price with a big combo.
He's got 50 meter. He's got enough for dead angle, but... And he's got burst now. He's not going to die from this combo. And this is potentially his last round.
Right. Well, the dead angle, you got to block correctly. It felt like whenever Solstice was in this, it always had at least, enough for super. Always had a burst on deck or at least close. So, like, it's like, even if I'm wrong, I can still kind of turn this around. But we ain't talking about them no more. We talk about May and Axel. Yep, which punishes the 5K. Yep, and that's the kind of thing you have to watch out for when you're actually beating like the 2S. May just has a really short jump, so he just might whiff it.
I was just gonna say that that Lazy has a way to deal with a lot of May's air approaches, and usually it's just to evade it with 2K and then throw her after when she lands.
Yeah, she's very vulnerable to low profile, like you're saying. Yeah.
But KTP turned it around on him and did an empty jump and throw herself.
All right, 2S got the conversion.
Oh!
just go ahead and tech back in.
Lazy has been conditioned by all his opponents before this to not hit that hit that air tech.
Nah, where's the blitz? Nah, you just getting a big fat jump normal.
I'm going back to level 0. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know nothing.
Sometimes you can be too clever, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Air rinsing and repeat.
That 5K hit finds the mark. Not a big conversion, but it gets us close to the Axel. But good counter hit. Get the Axel bomber follow up.
Yeah, he's Lazy very happy to take just that moderate amount of damage and just look forward to the next situation. He's keeping himself at a spacing where he's trying to not let any of the SeaWorld come out. No dolphins, no beach balls. And even when the beach ball came out, he immediately went up to it to air block it and IB it.
That's like, I'd rather just deal with this now with small disadvantage at worst than just have it bouncing around.
Yeah, wait for you to come to me.
All right, 2S.
Good air.
Yep.
Air.
Using that 3P trying to get a counter hit. That's where Axel gets like his really big damage.
Oh, the air rinsing doesn't come out fast enough.
Just trying to. KTP is like very, very good about spacing around all that stuff. Like just very in the very end of it.
Yeah, yeah. Also, testing Lazy over and over on all of these approaches.
Like
There's this
like
with the
yeah.
attempted low profile.
That dude,
That's
he's been doing a lot of work for Lazy. And there you go. You got the microphone down again, like you said.
He's too esports.
I can't unsee it now. All right, starting out with a counter hit 2H. Gonna go ahead and IED in for some pressure.
No matter what the counter hit is, it's still just gonna be a moderate amount of damage. He's happy to take those, just as long as he's not blocking 2 dolphins and a high-low fuzzy. He's very happy as this game is going along.
All right, just trying to keep making tamed in the corner. There you go. Like you said, you've been mentioned earlier, like you can't start SeaWorld without really earning.
Yeah, and he's staying at those ranges where, you know, he could just immediately check it while just pressing a button.
Air throw, RC into the round-winning combo.
That was Lazy getting fancy. Actually engaging, going forward. He got bored.
When you see that Axel 6H come out, you know what it is.
Yeah, this zoning is working really well. I should go in.
Just keep it. Didn't check it that time. Just go ahead, like you said earlier, just jump into that ball, get it out of the way early.
Didn't get the IB, so he didn't get his air actions back, and it's sort of backfired on him because of that.
That's the 2H, got the counter hit too. Nice little combo to push May away. And just using that,
Was that 5P?
yeah, 5P to just kind of detain May. Like, even if it doesn't hit, it's just like a warning against your movement.
The laziest mix-up ever. The very slow air dash, empty air dash sweep. Not even 2K.
Oh, man. Yeah, just go ahead and burst at the Insinga.
About the Juna?
Ooh, 3H. I don't think we've seen that all set, actually. And it came out at, like, the perfect time. Fares counter hit.
Yeah, Lazy's going in more and more. And it's giving KTP those chances.
Yeah.
It's just like we were talking about earlier. You know, sometimes Axel's worst enemy is their own attention span.
It looks like we're slowing it down now.
Yeah, in Sparrow stance, do not get on that dolphin.
I dare you to move. Yeah, that was a great trade. Getting later, that might have been the end of the round, or at least a burst from Lazy.
Attempted, he jumped up, attempted to air IB that so he can throw it immediately afterwards. Staying at those places where it's not. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no!
But he jumped forward after this.
Yeah. And this might be there we go. Got the burst now.
Yeah, he waited until the guaranteed part.
Oh, checks the beach ball. Axel has a little difficult time getting that chip, but got down that meter and finally got it. So good stuff from Laziest name ever. Gonna aka Lazy getting into Lucius final.
He's too lazy for the rest of his name.
Oh God. Oh man. This is gonna be interesting because this is I guess a similar flavor to the last one, but you know obviously Slayer has more ways to just like approach in a way that will just bypass the buttons.
Yeah, and also it's scary to check with 5P as much.
Right.
Because of Slayer's crushing moves. If he catches you with a 6P, that's the whole round. And it's just because you're trying to check with a 5P.
But you gotta do it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
All right, so we're going straight into it. Lazy versus daymendou. This is our losers final. Winners will go back to play Solstice.
But Lazy, last time they fought, Lazy was doing a really good job at representing the Rinse exactly when he needed to. And the Rinse is going to stay out, and it's going to check all of his backdash options.
Right. So you got to be, like you said, be aware of the follow-ups. Oh, good anti-air check.
Yeah, just the slow walk back. Keep holding that corner. I don't need to do any neutral and no pressure. Okay.
That's nice. You got to put it out there. Oh, clever movement from daymendou. Bypasses the 2S, and we got a big combo. Oh,
You hate to see it.
Yeah,
You hate to see the walk of shame where they're trying to block and you can see them walk forward, but that was the run of shame.
Yeah,
he tried to backdash and is running to his doom.
There's one level up. All right, good catch with the 2S. Goes for the
Helter Skelter for neutral.
Oh.
That's when it's getting spicy. Ooh.
Good call out. Yeah, forcing Lazy off the burst. But a little too aggressive on their approach back in. Yeah, just not going to play that 6H foolishness anymore.
Yeah, snap back to reality.
Yep, there it is, YRC. Clever burst from daymendou. Gets a good hit, but not enough to convert. And that fadeaway, was that a jump H?
Yeah, I think it's jump H. Oh, really smart choice off the dandy, but it's just only hitting the chain and not really Axel's body. Slowly gaining that meter as he's walking forward on the Sparrow stance. Meaty sweep.
Yeah, just tried to jump out of there, but daymendou was ready.
Could have been a big starter. Ooh, I got hit by the Helter Skelter.
Don't put your hurt box where it don't belong. Yeah, there's the 6H. And now Lazy had the corner, now having to fight out of the corner, but manages to do it successfully.
daymendou not really thirsting over the positioning. Right as I say, he just goes full screen.
Yeah, I was looking for something to come out from Lazy, but nothing did, so had to press the aggression just a little bit more.
daymendou sitting on that life lead, very patient.
Goes right under there.
And that's another reason why it's like difficult to place those 5Ps, because you could surrender the entire screen on a well-placed mappa.
Yeah, it's like even if you're not like explicitly called out, you know, that's a lot of time when you're recovering, and so Slayer just use it to move at you.
And Lazy even in defeat, absorbing the crowd's hatred.
Well, let's see if that Axel gets powered up.
Oh, that was a really good forward dash canceled Andy.
Oh, big counter hit.
A little bit too far for the 5K link.
Not yet. Going to death by 1,000 cuts now. But we dashing in now? Oh,
yeah,
no.
look at the, I was just going to say, look at the resources. daymendou built up almost a full bar, just blocking full screen, doing a dandy here and there.
Now I want you to think about something. Lazy had a massive life lead. And what happened after they dashed forward?
And he got bored, man.
All right. Yep. Gets the overhead.
Oh, no RC? Oh, no, he was really hoping to build it. He was a centimeter off. Okay, he's dead now.
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead and go into the next game.
Ugh.
And like I'm joking about, you know, Lazy kind of going in, but there is like at least some kind of degree where you kind of have to maintain pressure against a character like this, like to keep them guessing and not being able to just freely move around.
Yeah, you do have to like at least maintain that spacing where no matter what he's gonna do, you can check the dandies with the 2H like that or the rinsing. But you have to already be at a good spot to check with the rinsing.
Right.
Charge input, right?
Nice using that air stall to get around the anti-air. Yeah, it did again, but it didn't work out quite that time.
I don't often, so daymendou's doing something I don't often see, is that he will consistently confirm into the air super so that he can get that bite, so that he can have that counter hit installed. Ooh.
Backdash. All right, get that block on the overhead.
Oh my God.
Okay, I just wanted 100 meters.
He said, I know something. Oh my God, he said, I know something.
He knows a lot. I think we're about to see something tragic.
Whatever.
I think we're about to see something tragic.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
that was like the 2K of dreams right there. Oh,
Okay. Now. Oh, my God.
All those big brain reads ended by a 2P, just mashed like at mid-range. Oh, what a way to end it.
Air stalled for probably about, 5-10 seconds. What was it? Winners finals.
Yeah, so.
daymendou fighting his way back. I wonder if he
Yeah.
has a different strategy now, or you said they've met a lot, so I don't know if there's, some eureka moment has happened uniquely here at Maximo 2025. Thank you all for cheering it, tuning in. Thank you all for cheering, watching in the chat, following all the socials. This Guilty Gear Revelator Xrd 2.
Yep, grand finals. This is it. All right, big counter hit, just forcing daymendou off that burst early. And you definitely would like some burst if Ramathal gets you in the corner, but that's not the problem daymendou has. That's
Straight
the
into
problem.
sweep.
Here we go. Give reverse and super.
I feel like as far as ways that Solstice could use his meter, daymendou is happy with that one.
Yeah, right. You don't really die from it. You just kind of lose the offense pressure. You get another chance to fight. But we're back in the corner anyway, so it's.
But he still doesn't have the meter yet.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
we're still good. He's got burst.
All right, RNC to kind of go in there. 6P to kind of check. Oh, good air throw.
Oh my God.
Good air throw.
I think the meaty was mistimed. Maybe the wake up timing for Ram.
I think
bit
so.
off.
Yeah, that was a little back and forth.
Yeah, he's
slop.
smirking too. Solstice is like, oh, thank God I wake up at the right time.
Yeah, it's kind of a relic in fighting games these days is the different wake-up times from the characters.
Yeah.
You know, saying this knocks those swords down, don't want to deal with them in neutral. Just come down with the jump H, but whiffs. Right, let's get back in the corner.
Looking for Solstice's approach.
Let's go for some gentle mix, some gentle meaties. Nothing they need crazy. Just finish that life bar off.
Back to the basics sometimes. 1-1 in the first game of Grand Finals.
All right, daymendou pulling one from Solstice script and just doing some corner pulling.
Look at the risk. Look at the risk.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's coming down now.
That actually hit him.
Solstice was looking into the future on that one.
And you could, because you could see in the super flash that he already had the button out. He's got burst. Looking at the corner.
Ooh, okay. But like I said, gold burst, not really guaranteed.
Well, daymendou, he air IB'd the gold burst, so I thought the air throw was coming out right after that.
Probably was not ready for that situation. I'm not sure. But used the fireball to kind of push daymendou back into the corner. Yeah, this opts to kind of back up a little bit. Not always trying to press the aggression on a Slayer, just because you don't want your offense to turn into your counter hit demise. Yeah. Good stuff from daymendou, clutching it out.
Okay, showing signs of life, but he's still got to win 5 more games.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good to win the opener. Gives you a little confidence.
True, yep.
All right, here we go. Yeah, they did that 2D, and daymendou was just dashing around. Both players had like completely different round start ideas in mind.
We find ourselves back here. Solstice found his way back into the natural rhythm. Guts killer.
Slapping that 5P for all his worth.
Slapping the base.
Oh.
But the thing is, like, sometimes when if you get perfected, one way to think about it is it doesn't really mean much. It means that you made like one bad decision and it led to a lot, but like that's the game.
Right.
It doesn't really mean a whole lot beyond that.
And daymendou doesn't seem someone who'd be like phased by that. All right, there we go. You're in the corner
really
now. Yeah.
Corner to corner, meterless.
Remember we used to make memes of fan art of this character in wheelchairs? Just because no one thought they were functional anymore. And now look at Solstice being like one of the deadliest Xrd players around.
Just forward dash. I guess that's worth it, really.
Yep. Got daymendou moving. 6P. Trying to check something from the air, but we'll block it out. They're just trying to get away from Slayer. Like, I don't want to engage that.
One thing about daymendou, he's going to spin that meter. He's not going to die with it.
We got about 5Ps before one hit.
Yeah. Dash at me, I dare you.
All right, 1-1. All right, starting out with a big counter.
Okay, daymendou bulldogging his way in. Now has 50 meter. Oh, gets tricked by the low part of the string.
All right. Against that sword pressure, yeah, with the air, good air there. I like that backdash just to have the sword be there to cover.
Yeah, the great wall right in front of him, a huge hitbox. And it's looking like the next hit's gonna win it for Remothal.
It's like, yeah, it's one or the other. You're gonna get mixed, and even if you block it out, a lot of your FD's gonna be gone. Yeah. Or you're gonna take a lot of chip if you don't use your FD.
It's like the Venom situation where you either pay with your life or pay with your meter.
All right, good combo from daymendou. We're in the corner. We got the counter hit loaded it.
trying to get creative. Found his way out of the corner, but he is getting forced back into it. Okay. Hit the sword immediately.
Yeah, daymendou has been pretty on point with being observant in that, but sometimes Solstice just gets the hit. Is able to set up like so.
And sometimes you wanna hit the sword, but sometimes you can just avoid. Ugh! I guess that combo is a good way to make sure you're going to force out a good amount of damage.
Right.
Without them being able to burst it. And then when you bite, the next hit is going to be even that much more destructive.
Right. As you said, this is daymendou's home. Got a mortgage.
Yep. 50 meter already. Next hit could kill. Okay.
Yep. Big opportunity for daymendou.
A lot of resets because Solstice has that burst still stocked.
Oh! Turns it into a mix-up. We in the corner now.
Do we look for burst? Or no, we don't.
Yeah, that was one of those executive decisions, right? Because they're both players on the last round. But you definitely don't want to give Remothal a chance, but sometimes, you can't always make the right call. Okay, here you go. Wall splat. Is that it?
Enough to kill?
Nah, I don't think so. Because, Remothal doesn't have the super, so they got to go back into the sword slashes. Yeah. It's a 2-1.
It's not like daymendou had a whole lot of resources to block it out.
Yeah. It's like, worst case scenario, just kind of hang back and just keep harassing. All right. Will this be the last game of Grand Finals?
It could be. It could be the last game of Grand Finals at Maximo 2025.
Steps around the far S and gets a good hit.
Great combos.
A 6P.
That could be it. That could be it for this round for Solstice.
Either that, because Solstice looks like they're not going to spin the first game. So he's going to go ahead and take that win.
Definitely no reason to. You got counter hit twice. I was surprised it wasn't a stun there. Surprised no air throw.
Yeah, I think that air string was very vulnerable, but daymendou may not have been prepared.
Immediate burst.
Counter here, counter. Just trying to keep daymendou in the corner. And daymendou's trying to escape by just paying with life, but it's happening over and over. Now we're low life and in the corner versus Remothal.
But the thing is, it's not over till it's over. When you're paying with life, it's only the end matters.
That is true. That is true. And this may show what you mean right here with this reset.
You just need your
6P. That's like the MVP move of this matchup.
Yeah. And it's that Helter Skelter not hitting on Ramlethal's wake up. Oh, that's a really high 6P. He could be dead.
Oh. That's not an opportunity you want to give Solstice, given everything that's been happening. Blocks the burst, and we're going right back to the corner.
You hate to see it. After such a good start, and Solstice didn't even have to burst out of that. Didn't even have to burst on wake up or anything like that. So daymendou has meter, right? He could dead angle or something, but Solstice also has a meter. He could super.
That uses that meter for YRC, and it pays off big. But yeah, it uses the burst just to maintain offensive momentum. And right into the super. Still not over yet. We're gonna have to do. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's definitely over.
Yep, I forgot.
Oh, wait!
Got the burst
Chance!
just the time.
Chance!
Here we go. Here we go.
No knockdown. How do we get out of here?
Jumps in time, and just Solstice saw it. Just, oh wow, that was excellent play. Like that was a quick 3-0, but you can just see like the excellency, the knowledge of both players on. Like,
It's a 3-1.
3-1. That's 3-1. My bad. I didn't mean to take away from the win.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Did daymendou earn that win? And he did. Oh man, that was a great set. It's also showing why Ramlethal is a threat. And I'm kind of curious, like how many people like really feel comfortable in that matchup when you have someone at this level like running around.
Yeah, because when you are a brawler and you can only be one place at a time, you have to choose between hitting the swords, going for ram, and if you try to scramble and you lose a scramble, then now you're in the corner, you're in the worst spot possible.
Right. So yeah, that was an excellent set. But thank you all for tuning in, watching this great set of Guilty Gear.
Follow the socials.
Yeah, follow socials. So I think that's pretty much it for us, right?
Yeah, what's next coming up?
We got Under Night in Birth 2, top 8 coming up next. So that's the next block. So stay tuned if you want to watch some of that action.
Awesome.
And thank you for tuning in. Peace
Thank
out.
you, our sponsors. Bye.